Imagine having decades of wisdom condensed into simple, powerful truths. That is what Naval Ravikant gives us in the Almanack of Naval Ravikant. It's not just a book about money, it's a book about how to build a life that is truly rich. In freedom, peace of mind, and lasting happiness. Naval starts with a crucial distinction. Wealth is not the same as money, and it's not the same as status. Money is just a way of exchanging value. Status is how you rank compared to others. But wealth is something far more important. Wealth is having assets that generate value for you, even when you are not working. Investments, businesses, intellectual property, or skills that no one can take away. Naval calls these assets that work for you while you sleep. Think about it. If you stop working today, how long could you continue living the way you live now? The answer is not long, then you don't have real wealth. Trapped in the cycle of trading time for money. And Naval reminds us that time is the one thing you can never get back. So how do you create real wealth? Naval points to three core pillars: specific knowledge, leverage, and judgment. Specific knowledge is the first. It means being excellent at something that is uniquely yours. It's not about learning skills that everyone else can do. It's about combining your natural curiosity, talents, and interests in a way that makes you irreplaceable. You don't get specific knowledge by following a set path. You get it by following your genuine curiosity over long periods of time. Naval says, play long-term games with long-term people. That means build slowly, build honestly, and build with people you trust. The second pillar is leverage. Leverage means getting more results out of the same amount of effort. In the past, the main leverage was labor. You hired people to work for you. Today, Naval explains, there are two much greater forms: capital and code. Capital is money that works on your behalf. If you invest wisely, money compounds and creates more money. But Naval points out that not everyone will have equal access to capital early on. That's why he emphasizes the second modern form: code and media, technology, software, and content. Can scale infinitely at almost no cost. One piece of software, one book, one video can reach millions without extra effort. This is the ultimate leverage. But leverage without judgment is dangerous. Judgment is your ability to make good decisions over time. It's knowing what not to do. It's recognizing which opportunities will lead to growth and which ones are traps. Naval says good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. Your mistakes are not failures. They are investments in wisdom. Naval also teaches us to rethink our relationship with time. Most people sell their time to survive. They trade hours for a paycheck. But this is the most fragile way to live. If you stop working, the money stops. Naval argues that true freedom is when you wake up and own your entire day. When you decide what to do, not because you have to, but because you choose to. And yet, what good is wealth without happiness? Naval is clear. Happiness is not a gift from the outside world. It is a skill. Just like you can train your body, you can train your mind. Happiness is a choice, and it comes from peace of mind. Peace of mind comes from eliminating unnecessary desires. It's not about adding more to your life. It's about removing distractions, comparisons, and cravings that never end. Naval often says, desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. Think about that. Every time you say, I'll be happy when, you postpone your happiness into the future. But once you get that thing, you immediately replace it with another desire. It never ends. The way out is to reduce desires, not increase them. Naval compares the mind to a muscle. If you constantly feed it with anxiety, gossip, and negativity, it becomes restless and weak. But if you feed it with gratitude, stillness, and deep focus, it becomes powerful. That's why he practices meditation, silent reflection, and mindful living. He believes the ultimate purpose of meditation is to free yourself from the constant chatter of the mind. Another powerful lesson is about status. Chasing status is a zero-sum game. For you to be higher, someone else must be lower. It creates envy, conflict, and endless comparison. Instead, Naval urges us to focus on creating wealth, knowledge, and value. These are positive-sum games. The more you create, the more others benefit too. This is a healthier path to both success and fulfillment. Relationships are another cornerstone of Naval's philosophy. He reminds us that the people you surround yourself with shape your future. If you are surrounded by negative, jealous, and untrustworthy people, they will drag you down. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, honest, and generous people, your life will grow exponentially. He says, play long-term games with long-term people, meaning build trust, avoid shortcuts, and invest in relationships that compound over time. One of Naval's most practical pieces of advice is this: play games you can win. Don't waste your life fighting battles where the odds are stacked against you. Instead, find a field where your natural talents give you an advantage. Better yet, create your own field. When you set the rules, winning becomes inevitable. Naval also emphasizes the power of reading and learning. He reads constantly, but not to impress anyone. He reads to find clarity. He says that a handful of deeply understood ideas can change your life more than a library of books read shallowly. The lesson here is to focus on application. Don't just collect knowledge, use it. When it comes to success, Naval makes one thing very clear. Success doesn't come from a formula. It comes from understanding principles. Formulas expire. Principles last forever. And one of the most powerful principles is this: consistent effort multiplied by time creates inevitable results. Patience plus persistence equals compounding. But perhaps Naval's most liberating insight is this: stop chasing validation. If you live your life seeking approval, you are living someone else's life. Freedom begins when you stop needing applause. When you live according to your own values, your own choices, and your own nature. At the heart of all Naval's lessons is a single message. The goal is not just to get rich. The real goal is freedom. Freedom of time. Freedom of mind. Freedom to live each day with meaning, peace, and joy. To achieve this, you must build wealth intelligently. Apply leverage, develop judgment, respect your time, cultivate happiness, and live by your own principles. There is no shortcut, but there is a clear path. And if you follow it, the reward is not only success, it's a life worth living.